Welcome to Chummy Green channel. I have leftover apple here. In my today's video, learn with me how to use leftover apple. Or use a fresh apple. You can also use a leftover apple, but this apple have been in my freezer for a while, so I don't want to waste it. I decided to make use of it while using it as apple cider vinegar. So I'm starting right now to prepare the apple cider vinegar. The ingredients for this is just 3 ingredients: apple, sugar, white sugar, and water. Make sure you have your container beside you, a jar, a bottle jar preferable, Let's start. I'll slice the apple in pieces, then make sure I cut off all the necessary dirty in my apple, like this particular one I'm cutting out here is not necessary in this DIY. You check whether the seed is there. You can also remove it. It's very necessary so that you have a neat apple cider vinegar. All right. Then I'll slice. I'm done slicing my apple. It's called fermented apple cider vinegar because the yeast that ferments this apple cider vinegar, it's called bacteria, good bacteria. We have the bad bacteria, we have the good bacteria. So it's the good one that ferments these apples before it's the good bacteria ferments it. That makes it to turn to the sour taste, changes the sugar into alcohol before it turn into. Then this is my apple. I'm making use of 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of white sugar. I'm okay with this. Then I'll add the sugar. The next thing to add is water. Add your fresh water to the brim. Make sure the water come up to higher of this, because if you do not fill it, when the apple started fermenting, you'll find out that the apple will soak all the water, and it's not that advisable to top the water at the process. The next thing to use your scoop to turn it, and this process you have to be making this process every day. Every day you turn the apple cider vinegar every morning or evening, but make sure each day you turn it. Why? The reason that I like to turn every day is to avoid the bad bacteria and to avoid the mold fermenting and damaging my apple cider vinegar. So the next step is to cover. This is the cover to this jar, but it's preferable to use a cotton or a cotton to cover this, whereby an air can penetrate into your jar to enable which ferments your apple cider vinegar. Then I hold it with a rubber. This is it. This is the apple cider vinegar. This will last for 10 days or like 14 days for it to ferment proper. The apple cider vinegar is very good. Use it to mix your salad. Use it to add in your water every morning, a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. But that will be another story for another day. In today's video, this is a simple method to prepare your apple cider vinegar. You can use a fresh apple, you can use a leftover apple, provided that you use a fresh and a healthy apple, so that you also have a healthy vinegar. I prefer preparing the vinegar at home because I know the quality I need for my vinegar. I prepare it on my own. So this will be here every morning. I'll stir it